Good morning, all. Well done yesterday on the comprehension answers to that runner bean text. You did superb on them, particularly on some of those questions which were really tricky. 2 more days of this term left, 2 more guided reading sessions, 1 more text that we're going to be focusing on to bring us to the end of this term. It's called Emma's New Watch, so as always, I'm going to read the text just for you, obviously still encouraging you to read it yourself, either beforehand or after, and then we'll look at the 2 tasks that you're going to be faced with choosing from today, and then you can crack on with it. So here we go. Emma's new watch. It was here. It had finally arrived. Emma had only been waiting for this day for 364 days, which is 8,736 hours to be precise. Not that she'd been counting. Trying to act casual, she sauntered down the stairs. As she let her imagination run wild, she pictured a pile of presents, stacks of cards and her mum's famous chocolate cake waiting temptingly on the table. Excitement tingled through her whole body as she pushed open the door to her living room. Emma waited for the usual cheer and the song that came on this day every year, but it didn't come. Bemused by the lack of noise, Emma shuffled into the living room. Her father looked up from his newspaper and greeted her with a smile. "Morning, sweetheart." "Morning. Morning. Was that it?" Without replying to Dad, who had returned to his morning reading, she wandered into the kitchen to see if her mum would give her more satisfaction. "Hello, darling. Would you like some toast before school?" asked Emma's mum as she stood washing breakfast pots at the sink. Something seriously strange was going on. Where were the cards, presents, and that delicious cake? Emma had been preparing herself for this day since the same date last year, and all she was feeling was utter disappointment. "Is there nothing else you want to say to me?" she questioned her mum. "Nothing you would like to give me?" "Just your packed lunch and a box and a reminder to pick up your PE bag," Emma's mum replied distractedly. PE bag? She only did PE on a Thursday. Today was Friday. "But I don't do PE today. I only do it on a Thursday," she explained impatiently to her mum. "Yes, I know, Emma. And today is Thursday. Thursday the 21st of February. For a moment, Emma didn't know what to say, didn't know what to think. Without a doubt, she had gone to bed last night at 9 p.m. on Thursday the 21st of February. How was her mum getting so confused? As thoughts raced through her mind, she felt the same tingling feeling in her arm that she'd felt before walking into the living room. However, she realised that it was not excitement at all. In fact, it was an actual physical tingle coming from her wrist. The watch! It had been a premature gift from her great-grandmother and been given to Emma with a strange wink and even a stranger message which she'd ignored at the time. Be careful how you use it. Time isn't always as it seems, Emma's rather mystifying great-grandmother had warned her. With a gold strap, analogue face and a section which told you the date, it was an expensive-looking timepiece. Inspecting the gift much more closely, Emma noticed something unusual. Although she'd only worn the watch yesterday for the first time, it had stopped running. It had stopped on Thursday the 21st of February at 8:25 a.m. So there you go. So that's the text that's going to be your focus. Let's have a look at your 2 tasks you've got to choose from. So your first task, if you choose this one, is a 3x2 storyboard. Okay, and what we mean by that is effectively 6 boxes. Okay, you're going to create a storyboard for this text showing the key details. So from what's just been read, from what you're going to reread, you need to pick the 6 key events and mainly using images in each of those 6 boxes represent the story from the beginning to the end, from what we know. Okay, you can use the odd word if it's relevant, but we want to see how you can do it in image form. Okay, you've got to make sure you use the details of the text to make sure you're accurate. And then, of course, your images must be coloured in, must be presented to the standard we would expect, and obviously detailed. Rushed stick men obviously aren't going to be acceptable. Okay, and you know that by now. If you don't choose that option, your other option is to create an emotion flow chart to show how Emma's emotions change across the day, depending on the events that she's faced with. Okay, so what we mean by a flow chart is that you would show how her emotions are to begin with, and then her next emotion, and then her next emotion, and then her next emotion, and next emotion, and they flow from one into the other. Okay, I've left it very much up to you how you want to do that. Okay, but you could simply do it as a face of Emma showing the emotion. Okay, and you can even write the emotion if you wanted. Then draw another face of Emma, show how her emotion changes, so on and so forth. Okay, you obviously have to use the text as your clues for that because it gives you the information you need about those emotions. And you can, as I've suggested, with the faces, doing them. And if you want to approach it in a completely different way, then please feel free to. We're looking very much to seeing what you come up with today. So good luck. and we'll see you at 11:40, where hopefully we can share some of these to show how brilliantly you've been getting on. Good luck.